everyone. Happy Sunday. Welcome back to Nat Geo with me, Natalie, and my aqua brother, my bestie from across the pond, Georgio. Woo!
Hi,
How are you, my darling?
I am doing well. How are you?
Very good. It's election day here in Greece. So there is,
My mother informed me.
I'm sure your mom informed you.
She did. It was the first thing out of her mouth. She's like, "We're not going out because it's election day," and I was like, "Are you not allowed or something?"
Everyone is out.
Oh, that makes
Everyone's
sense. She doesn't want
out.
to be out in the stampedes of people.
No, good for her. Yeah, because it's crazy, like the traffic today, but everyone's like, there's basketball today because Greeks are really huge on basketball. So there's a Greek team on the Euro League basketball. There's just a lot going on today, and I'm exhausted. I can't take all this excitement around me. Right, everyone. Hello, hello, hello to the chat. Hello, beautiful Isa. Last episode, if either were love bubble. Yeah, she keeps on about it. One more time. We'll talk about this. We'll talk about this and much more, of course. Everyone is like Louis. Oh, Louis. Before we start as well. Thank you as well. Like a quick reminder that if you want to book a reading with me, you can head on over to my website and then you can fill out a short form and then I'll get back to you as soon as possible, usually within 24 hours. But if it's been more than 24 hours and you haven't received anything from me, just check your spam box because a lot of those emails land in spam. I also have a crystal shop that I'd like to promote, you guys. So if you want high grade crystals sourced from all over the world, you can find them here and you can be sure that everything is real. All the crystals that I sell are real and they are really good quality too. And I try to keep those prices as low as possible for you guys, including shipping. And I do ship worldwide. Also, before we start, I did say a while ago that I want to do a shout out on our Sunday shows for our Femmies, right? Femmies are members of this channel or anyone that follows and subscribes to Georgio as well. Mikasa, Sukasa, or your family is my family. You know how it goes, right? And today, and I promise this, I would like to give a shout out to Denise, who Denise found this channel and found us through Georgio as well, because she's a big fan of your channel and your podcast, Georgio. So you guys, a big shout out to Denise and her business. Okay. So I said that every Sunday before we start, if you're a family and a member of the channel and you have a business you would like for us to shout out, you want us to promote, this is free of charge, you guys. This is just giving back to you guys for supporting us, for supporting this channel, and for being here all these years. So Denise, you guys, you've seen her almost every Sunday in the chat. She's always around. So I would like to give her a shout out. Here are her two websites really quickly. She is into skincare business. Let me remove this banner here. So one of her businesses is this Bellamy skincare and body. And then she's got a second business, which is Lime Life. And this is just to the homepage of her websites. So you guys just give her a support, give her some love, show her some love, follow her on Instagram too. If she is in the chat, please drop down below your social media handles. And if you want us to give you a shout out here on our show, please send me an email and we will do this. We will be sort of like putting the limelight in on your business. We'll do this one person or one business at a time. Okay, you guys? So, and we know that Femmies are all about this community, it's all about sharing and supporting. So this is a great way to support each other for sure. Yes, so Georgio, what have we got today?
Whoa, where do we begin with the New Jersey stuff. Well, first off, before we get into New Jersey, I think we need to address there's an elephant in the room in regards to Vanderpump Rules.
Yep.
And that is, and I saw a ton of this since I think late Thursday into all of yesterday and today. But there's a lot of speculation, and a lot of people seem to have some information in regards to Rachel allegedly being pregnant, and she is hiding out in Tucson where her family lives, because there have been people that have been writing in anonymously saying they have spotted her at markets, but typically she would come in to these markets and purchase like something to drink and then get cigarettes. But as of late, she's been wearing baggy hoodies and lately has not purchased any cigarettes, only beverages. So people are thinking maybe she's hiding out for that. And if she is pregnant, but then, obviously we found out that through the press that she allegedly also broke up with Tom, and Tom's been spotted with a different girl over the weekend. So there's just a lot going on still, and the reunion airs. Part 1 starts this week coming up.
Can't wait.
It's going to be amazing. And Peacock members will get exclusive extended cuts of the reunion the next day, and I believe they're doing the first part is the sit down with each of them first before they do the group. So that will be interesting. Yes.
And also a reminder, I did predict it. Thank you, Danny. I did remember 2 months ago when Scandal broke the internet, basically. Let's be real. I did say there was going to be a baby, that I did feel that a baby was coming soon, or that I don't feel she was pregnant at the time, but I feel it now. Okay. And the breakup stuff, it's BS. My opinion. All right. This is my feeling. Guys, I mean, they came out with that statement right on the day of the finale or the day before. So to me, it's all smoke and mirrors. They're just trying to deflect. They're trying to save a little bit of face coming into the reunion. It's not over. It's not over yet. I'm not saying it's but it's not over yet. So wait and see, you guys, because I feel that a lot is going to happen around that with Ariana and Tom's house too. But what we can do, Georgio, is we can do another reading after the first episode of the reunion or the second. We'll see. I don't want to do it yet because already we talked about it so much. Let's give it a little break. Let's
let it play out.
Yeah. And then we will read all about it and see what's going on. But I just want to tell you, because everyone's like, you predicted so many stuff, and you don't come out and sort of like toot your own horn. I'm not very good at self-promotion, but I will do it now. So you heard it here first. Okay.
That's right.
I predicted it.
That's right. This is not what was California State Psychics Advisors over here. We're the real deal. Okay.
You guys, speaking of, before we start, okay, if you're not following Georgio on TikTok, you've got to head on over there, get your phone out, get on TikTok, and go into it's Georgio Says, right? Georgio Says, and you've got to go take a look at a video that he made, okay, where he is basically making fun of Robin Dixon. I can't, Georgio. Because she was advertising the psychic networks where you call in and you talk to psychics, and basically they charge you an arm and a leg and a gold tooth, right? So she was, but it was the most mellow, the most like cringy thing I've ever seen. But Georgio, you hit it. You did it right. It was just so good. Georgio, I mean, the psychic network should hire you.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, they really should. I should be. I mean, listen, how much did they pay her? I could have done a better job.
For sure. Absolutely. I hope they see it. I hope they see it.
I should have tagged all of them
You should have.
on Instagram, or no, I can just send it to them all and be like, look, I'll sell you this for, if you want me to remake it for you, I will.
Yeah, because yours was a lot better production-wise.
Also, that's all free because that's behind my house. Those trails and all that stuff is just a walk for me. So I was like, oh, at least I can take advantage. This is very reminiscent of I mean, it's not a beach, but
But the best part, you guys, you've got to watch it so you understand what we're talking about, was your walk. The way you reminded me of Zach Galifianakis on Hangover, where he's got like this, like a little bit like robotic, funny walk. You were just, I was like, oh, this is gold. This is gold. So, oh, that was so funny. But back to Bravo. I mean, well, that's kind of related to Bravo. But back to, let's forget about Vanderpump for the minute, okay? Because we'll get back to that. But I think we all need a little bit of a break since we're going to have very intense next few weeks, right? With the reunions and everything. But there's something else that is super intense. This week, like last week, was crazy. And then we have the New Jersey reunion. Georgio, thoughts? Because I was clutching my pearls. I was at the edge of my seat.
So the finale, like a lot of people, again, I don't do the Team Teresa, Team Melissa thing.
No, do I.
But I am looking at this from the lens of what both sides are doing on camera and off camera. And I felt like it proved to me that Melissa and Joe, or Melissa specifically, plays chess, not checkers. And she was waiting to see, because she said she knew about this for 6 months. And she was just waiting to see, is someone going to bring it up? Because if someone brings it up, I know where it came from.
Right.
And it proved to her in that moment. Unfortunately, Danielle was the messenger and she got shot in the process because, again, I feel like Danielle thought she was doing the right thing. I think she really thought, I'm really helping Melissa. I'm building a friendship with her and I would want to know this information so I could get ahead of it. And she got hit in the crossfire. But that proved to Melissa in the moment that Teresa was just trying to make her look bad and was using other people as her, like she always has. I mean, historically, she's never actually been the one to do the thing. She just invites the person or the people that do bring the information, but she's always at the scene of the crime. But then cries victim when she gets called on it. So it's just, the wedding special will be interesting.
I've had enough of weddings.
Coming up this week. So it's just a 1-episode one, and then the reunion plays out.
That I'm watching. I don't know if I'm going to watch the wedding, but
well, there's stuff about Melissa and Joe, I guess, posting or something while on their wedding day about like them doing their own thing with the other side of like Melissa's family or something during the wedding, and Teresa gets hysterical while she's getting ready. I don't know, drama with Louis. And that's the other thing. Louis was actually, the mask has come off. If you are going to tell me that that man has Teresa's best interest at heart, then I don't know what else to, I don't know what show we're watching together, guys, because it's just the red flags. It's not even editing. You cannot just say that this is just edits, bad edits. No, I'm sorry. Like the way he charged at Melissa, that should tell you a lot based on his history. If you know, you know.
Agree.
The allegations and the things that his ex has put out and the way he was acting at that party. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. And if that was my partner, I would be disgusted with that behavior. I would be turned off. I don't care what the situation was. And you definitely are not going to be charging at my family when you've only been in my life just a short amount of time in retrospect. I mean,
I agree.
But
the masks have fallen, as you said, and we've, I've done a reading. I did actually, funnily enough, someone commented on a video that I had done with Kempire last year about the previous season. No, it was about this season. So it was way before this season aired, the current one. So we had done a Walk of Femme, and someone commented out under the video yesterday, and they had gone bananas because they were like, it's unbelievable how, because I don't remember, you know me, I don't remember because I do so many readings, I can't remember everything. And funnily enough, I had said, because I want to answer this question, do you still see a divorce? So I had seen a divorce. I had said that the marriage is going to be short-lived, and I do still feel there is going to be a divorce. I feel that and we'll throw the cards, we will read the cards, but this is my prediction. I feel that Tree is right now living in her love bubble. She doesn't want to see the red flags, although she sees them, but she doesn't want to acknowledge them. Do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
now she's her focus. She's so angry with her brother and her sister and her sister-in-law and all that she just doesn't want to see it. But I have a feeling something huge, which is going to be like a massive slap on the face for Tree, is going to happen, which is going to bring everything down. I do see in the future, and this came to me the other day when I was watching the finale, or the latest episode. I do see that Joe and Tree will be like, they will reconcile in the future, but I mean, way down in the future, not in a few months, not next year. I feel it's going to take years for them, but I do see them finding or trying to mend this relationship. They will never be close, but for the sake of the family, of the kids, of the fact that they don't have parents, they don't have anyone else around except their children and each other. So I see that happening, especially when Louis is out of the picture, really. Yeah, Louis, guys, is, I agree with everyone. Like from day one, I think we all felt the same way, about him. So I mean, I'm not surprised that he's showing his true face. The reunion is going to be extremely interesting as well. But let me ask you something else, because another thing that's been circling around right now is the whole who called, like, who called the FBI? Who was the one who who was responsible for Joe Giudice or Judice and Teresa going to jail? And there's that
I
rumor
think
going
there's a rumor that it's Joe Gorga's
right.
ex-business partner that ended up calling the feds.
Do you
Uh,
believe it? We'll read the cards, but I'm
honestly, like, I don't know, because I mean, the other thing too is that recently Caroline Manzo did a panel with Page Six. Shout out Page Six. They sat down and she said that she knows who did it, but she'll never say, and that it is something that, I guess, yes, she was well aware of it, but she felt like she took the fall, because if she would have exposed who did it, then it would have just caused a lot more fallout. So she was fine taking the fall, because the reason why it even came up was because they had explained to her that it's rumored at the reunion that Teresa finds out that it was Joe that called the IRS or the feds, and Teresa looks at Dolores and says, "Tell Caroline I'm sorry." So they were saying, like, well, how do you feel about that? And she was like, well, I mean, like, I would never do that, but that's nice to know. But I do know who did it. So I feel like it could be the ex-business partner of Joe Gorga, because of the fact that there was a lot of like intertwined business between them. They shared some business that went wrong. There was just like a lot of toxicity going on between those two. And I just feel like Did Joe know? That's maybe a good question. Did Joe know that that was going to happen? Was he, I don't know. I think
Let's
people are
pull the
looking for
cards.
that to be kind of clarified in terms of the relationship.
Well, let's ask the cards. Like, first of all, I'm going to ask, was Joe involved, or how was Joe involved in this, if at all,
Mm-hmm.
But because I find it hard that I agree, it was probably someone, I'm going to pull the cards for, but this is my opinion, that I don't think that Joe would do that to his sister. I think that's especially because his dad was still, well, their parents were still alive. So, for a tight-knit Italian family,
Yeah.
to do that to each other is like, that's like that would have caused death to his parents, which it did to their mom, unfortunately, because we know that she passed while Teresa was in jail. So obviously, but I agree, it could have been someone in Joe's periphery or in Joe's sort of, um
Yeah, I mean, I don't
circle.
think Joe would do that to his family at the end of the day. He might have been salty about stuff or whatever, but I don't think he would I don't think he would do that and put her in that position.
I don't, but there's always where there's smoke, there's fire. So
Yeah, so it could very well be the ex-business partner, but maybe it's
ooh,
not.
Preston.
Maybe
Ooh,
it's
we
someone else.
manifested it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's not Joe. I see it's a woman, and it's just one woman. Here it is. Okay, guys, wait. It's getting juicy. I wasn't expecting this. So, magician. So, someone made this happen. So, someone probably gave the feds some receipts, or just told them, hey, you should look into these people because they're into shady business, they're not paying whatever it was, but someone wanted that to happen. So that was deliberate with Joe and Teresa. Look, justice card here. They got the justice that they deserved. They were served the justice that they were deserved. Here's the thing, because of the money. Now, question, and this, I don't know if this is going to come out. I hope it does. But before all this happened with Joe and Teresa, was someone, and I'm just throwing that question out there, was someone blackmailing the Giudices? Because this is what I'm also getting. For money, someone who wanted them to pay them off for them to keep their mouth shut. But you guys, I feel women. I mean, there's more than one person, but I get female energy. This is crazy. Correct. Lovers. Wait. Is it possible? I dropped my card. I'm getting excited. So, we all know, allegedly, or we allegedly know, I don't know how to say it without getting in trouble, okay, that Joe was probably not faithful to Teresa. I mean, we've seen clips where he badmouthed his wife. Like, we've seen the whole energy with those two.
Yes.
Is it possible, and this is what I'm getting, is it possible that the snitch was someone that was involved with Joe?
Like a scorned lover, you mean?
A scorned mistress, yeah.
But how would the mistress know that there would be something for her to call?
Very good question. Who knows? I mean, maybe he likes to talk a lot when he's
Or
in
is it
bed.
someone on the cast?
I also get,
Cast
so
or
it could be the
like,
mistress talking to someone in the cast, but I do see someone close to him. These women that I'm picking up, this female energy close to Joe. So they know him. So they had a relationship with him, friendship, a relationship, anything. This is what I'm getting, you guys. I mean, it's crazy. What sign is Joe? Is he a Leo? Is he a fire sign, by the way? Yeah, TJ said pillow talk. Some men will just open their gob when they're in the mood. So when they're getting jiggy with it. So you never know.
You never know.
There's enough to tell his mistress. I do. Maybe he was bragging. Maybe he was bragging that, oh, I found a way not to pay my taxes, or I've got a way, we know Joe. So, and everyone, the chat's agreeing. Everyone's like, he's not smart. But this is you guys, and we'll probably find out. It's not Guidice, Joe Gorga. So sorry, it's not Melissa. Let's stop bashing them for a second. Enough already. And I'm not pro Melissa or pro Teresa. I'm just saying enough of the bashing. We're not in their homes. We didn't grow up with them. We don't know the dynamics of this relationship that they have, these siblings. So this is what I'm getting, and I'm sticking with it. I feel it. I feel that it was a female who worked with another female in, and snitching and trapping him. I don't know, however you want to call it. So his birthday's 22nd of, he's a Gemini. All right. And Geminis like to talk. They can't keep secrets. Geminis like to brag, and they're like all the time. So, oh no, wait, you guys.
No, wait, they're saying Joe is a Leo.
I don't know why I kept getting that he's a.
Is that his birth date?
I don't know, you guys. Can someone check? TJ, where did you get the 22nd of May? Because that would mean a Gemini, but I'm getting more of a Leo. I'm getting Leo with him. But Jesus wants to know, has this woman been on this show? I don't feel that. I don't feel that she was on the show. Oh, you mean the that's a good question. Oh, I thought you meant the mistress. Hold on. Let's see what I get. I got a yes from Spirit to answer your question. I got yes. Way in the beginning, she's not. It doesn't feel to me that she's a main cast member, right? It could have been like a cameo, a friend of a friend. Yeah, someone who it was more of like someone was like really after him. Like it was almost. It feels like revenge to me.
That's what it felt like. Yeah, like revenge for sure. But I'm wondering though, you said it was the lover's card. I wonder if it was like a scorned lover, like someone who he was messing around with for a little bit, that was a little bit more entangled in things and had a lot of conversations, to your point, that just got pissed off.
A lot. He is a Gemini after all. The chat's just saying he is. Some are saying Leo, some are saying Gemini. It could be that they've got two different dates online.
That could be a possibility.
People do that, but I can see I don't get that Gemini with him. I get more of the Leo energy. It could be that he's Gemini with a Leo moon or Leo rising. I'm just saying, But hold on, what's Joe's a Gemini. Okay, so let's just say that he's a Gemini. Oh my God, chat. Okay, stop, because I'm getting confused. We've got Leo, Gemini, Leo, Gemini.
I know.
All right, let's assume that he's a Gemini. Because Kim, D, Jacqueline are trying to put it out there. It was the Gorgas. So why are they trying to do that?
Because they want to be back on the show.
Do they want to be back on the show, or they want to sort of like get rid of the trail? Just saying. Or maybe it's like a diversion, a decoy.
Is it Kim D?
No, my Lord. I honestly don't feel it's Kim D's energy. I've seen her, I've listened to her on Behind the Velvet Rope podcast with David Yontef. So I've picked up her energy. She's not someone who would do that.
Okay, so we've cleared her.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Well, who knows? We might find out one day. But that's what happened according to the cards and according to my intuition. So Danielle, let's see, Danielle.
I don't know if Danielle Staub would do that.
No, but as I said, it's not someone who's
I don't think
no, I
it
don't think
wasn't someone
Danielle
that
would
was
do
a
that.
cast member. It was someone that was just featured in the background probably once or twice. And
Exactly. Exactly. So someone who knows the Gorga, the Giudices outside of the show. So someone they had a relationship with, been with them, they've been on holidays with, they had a relationship with, which is dark and disgusting for anyone to do this. Okay.
totally,
Absolutely.
totally.
People are trying to guess now. I was going to say Rosie, but I don't see her doing that. You guys, I can't give you a name, but we definitely, I can tell you it's not Joe. It's not Joe. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, they're not perfect, the Gorgas, but let's not throw every friggin' shade on the Gorgas. How does Caroline Manzo knows? Caroline knows people.
Oh yeah, no,
Like,
Caroline and Dolores both know. They're like
yeah,
deep in that whole thing. That's why I truly believe there was an issue and fallout between Dina's husband and Louis, but Dina's never going to publicly let anyone think that there's a problem. So she's just going to say publicly, we are good, but they will never speak to each other again.
never.
But that's all for the public image. That's why people get confused because they're like, oh, well, she said, they're
Yeah,
fine. That didn't happen. And so it makes Joe look like a liar when he says these things.
true. Absolutely. So, I mean, the whole thing, and now Margaret is pretty much the one that's getting all the brunt of the heat right now. Margaret, this season is not looking good for Margaret, right? But I don't know.
Sorry,
What do
guys.
you
I just wanted to clarify for the chat, for the back
think?
and forth, that we're going to
Mm-hmm.
go off of. I went to Gia's Instagram and looked
Okay.
for a birthday post to make it official. And it's May 22nd that she is,
Gemini.
uh, yes.
Thank you for that. Okay, so that's clear that he's Gemini. Okay, Melissa says here as well. Zerona, Italy, and Joe Gorga. Joe Gorga is the Leo. All right. Okay, so Joe Gorga is a Leo. I knew that, and Joe Giudice is a Gemini, and Geminis do talk. They can't keep secrets, you guys, because they're chatterboxes. So, blah, 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 blah. So it is highly possible that Joe could have shared something with a mistress, and then the mistress scorned or whatever, or it could have been someone that wanted to harm the Giudice family and just became his mistress, and just to get info and just to get close to him, and then all this happened. But that's disgusting and that's horrible when people do like that to me. That's I just can't like deal with it. But it's not Joe though. Yeah, people are confusing Joe Gorga and birthday. Yeah, that's true. Louis is, or Luis, I don't know how he wants to pronounce it. He's not a Taurus too, is he? I mean, we've seen his chart. Just don't remember what he is, because that's interesting. Because
Louis
he gives me
Ruelas.
narc vibes. Narc vibes.
Are you talking about Louis Ruelas?
Yeah, Louis Ruelas.
Yeah, he's totally a narc. He's totally a narc. There's no way.
Do you see his face?
First of all, people brought this up a lot, that it was clear he was skiing, if you know what I mean, snowing, because of the aggression and the way his eyes were bulging and the way he was just acting in general was very like aggressive, and it was like clear that he was. And also there was a lot of like hints in the episode. Why was Teresa late? She was almost waiting for them to drop the bomb before she got there so she wouldn't have to stay. So it's just like all these little hints where there was an agenda, and it's, I don't know.
And she just doesn't want to see it because she's in her love bubble. Someone has to protect Tree. And, her brother, he's no longer in the picture. Dolores, I think, is starting to get over the whole thing. She's loyal. She's very loyal to Teresa. They've got a friendship that's lasted for all these years. They're practically family. But I also feel that Dolores is starting to get over this whole thing. It's just like, she
Well,
needs someone to protect her, and Louis is not the one.
Did you see how Dolores looked when Louis said that his friend, the PI, had information and dirt on all the ladies? And the way she looked at him like, wow, really? Like, what's going on here with that? Like, why are we?
Shall we look into that and see
Yeah, I
what?
would love
Because
it. He's saying now they retracted it on Watch What
she
Happens
did.
Live. But it
I
was
saw
also
that.
interesting. People brought up, why was her lawyer sitting next to Louis at Watch What Happens Live?
Really?
Yes.
Hmm.
And then
Hmm.
they retracted it, and Louis said, I just said that because I was angry. And Andy even said, that's a really specific thing to like pull out of thin air when you're like mad, though. That's a very. But then Bo Deedle, the PI, came out and said that he didn't do any of like that. Like he didn't actually do it. And it's just like, yeah, sure. Like he's going to say he did.
I don't believe him.
Come on.
I don't believe him.
Come on.
Yeah, but I agree with Andy. That was way too specific, dude. I mean,
It
you could have said
was.
1,000 things, and then you said that. Why? Are you threatening? Are you blackmailing? You're doing something there. That's a dig. That you're trying to stir up some drama because you're trying to scare people from opening their mouths about you.
Yep.
Louis, we see you, Louis.
Yep.
Okay.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it.
Go hydrate, Louis. Just go hydrate a little bit. Go sleep it off, and then we'll talk. I mean, oh my God. I mean, but let's find out. Let's find out about Louis. Also, what is happening? That's the other thing. You guys, you have to go back and watch that video that I did with Kempire. And that was a year ago. So I highly
About the
recommend that
divorce.
after this video, you go watch that, because I did say about Louis that he's going to get in legal crap, in legal trouble because of finances. Because I didn't see, and I don't see, that this man has the wealth that he wants us to think that he has. I feel that his businesses are from borrowed money, and he's going to get in trouble.
It's yeah, I could see that. It's other people's money.
Other people's money, and that's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, be careful before the tree huggers come for you, says Natalie.
Oh yeah, well I'm used to it. Sorry, Natalie.
No, guys, just because people have different opinions than us and have a very rude way of expressing themselves doesn't mean that we have to stop sharing our opinions and talking
Agreed.
about it. This is a
Agreed.
free world democracy. The internet has room for everyone. So I'm not
Well, and
gonna.
also to be fair, it's like, listen, you can like someone on a show, but like the blind cult like behavior of this fanatical group of people is just nothing is ever wrong. Nothing.
Agree.
Crazy.
Just people just want to find an excuse to start,
Yeah.
to argue and fight and whatnot. So okay, so the PI thing is not coming up. It's not coming up,
Oh.
which is interesting. The cards are giving me different answers. And that doesn't mean that he didn't hire PI, just saying it doesn't mean that, but the cards are answering differently right now. So he is trying to protect his relationship. I feel that he does have information on the other ladies. Okay. How much information is not clear to me, but he does have maybe things that, here's the thing, Georgia, this is what came through. I feel that Teresa has, because she's in her love bubble. So I feel that she really opens up to him and maybe shares a lot of things that the other girls have shared with her in the past.
Good point.
Okay. So I feel that he knows a lot of, and he, unlike Joe Giudice, he's smart. Louis is smart. Well, at least smarter than Joe or Teresa. I'm sorry. But I'm just honest. But so what I feel is, I feel that it's like things that Teresa told him that he's kept. He
Mm-hmm.
is observant. I feel that he's taken the time to get to know these people, maybe stalk them online, like their social media, to get to know. So I feel that he's gathered the information. It's not a PI. He's the one that knows stuff, and
But
he's using that.
a lot of people also were saying that that's how he met Teresa, was through his connections to a PI. Campfire Radio, Tree Huggers,
Hey, Campfire.
Empire Radio's in the house, you guys.
Hey, Camp. Yeah, I mean, it looks like that. And
He's very strategic, is all I'm saying.
you said the rule, you just took it right out of my mouth, Georgia. I was going to say this is all strategy for Louis. Everything, and I'm sorry, Teresa, to say this, but including this relationship was all part of a plan. I know everyone's going to go after me, but hey, you guys, I read the cards. I'm a psychic. I'm just telling you what I feel. And then things, and then when predictions come true, everyone's like, you said it, you called it. And then before those come true, everyone's like, yeah. I'm like,
So true.
So it's strategy for him.
Totally.
It's strategy, and typical narc, he has her under control. And, he is telling her how to think, what to say, what to do. She's in love. She's in her love bubble, and she will do that without question. So, and he is manipulating that. So, yes, he does know information about the other ladies, not through API. I feel that he said that to intimidate, just to scare the pants off of them.
That would make sense. I could see him doing that just to play like a poker move. I also feel like, the thing that should have been a red flag was the fact that this man is okay with isolating Teresa away from her only family member, no matter what the circumstances. That to me would be a huge red flag. Why would you be okay with that? I would never be okay with that. I wouldn't. I don't care what the issue is. I would do my damnedest to ensure that I could somehow support or facilitate a way for everyone to at least be cordial in the same room, so that people are not disconnected. But he is almost facilitating a divide that is almost you can't return from.
I agree. I mean, the whole thing, that's why I'm happy that they're going to eventually mend this relationship, Teresa and Joe, but it makes me so sad because look, their girls are involved, their kids are involved now in this whole rift, and this is horrible. Of course, Teresa's girls are going to side with their mom and protect their mom, but can you imagine what that's creating between the cousins, like the tensions and everything? It's horrible. And
no, it can't be good.
And this escalated when Louis entered Teresa's life. I mean, not that things were bad before, but I mean, if he was someone who truly cared of his wife, about his wife, and he wanted things to be, peaceful and calm and civil, he would have been the voice of reason, the voice, or he would have been the way that he likes to appear on cameras when they're shooting, when they're filming, just him and Teresa, but then we see the real Louis when he's with the rest of the group, like we saw during that party. So yeah, Louis knows very well what he's doing. He's got a plan. He is succeeding. And whether you like Teresa or not, we all have to protect her.
For sure.
By just being a little bit nicer online. That's what I mean. Just let them be. Melissa and Teresa, they need to figure this out. They need to figure it out. So I don't know. I am sure the next question, chat's going crazy. By the way, I hope you realize that everyone's like, oh, Light Mission has a question. And then I know that what everyone wants to know as well is whether Teresa and Melissa are going to come back next season. Well, at least Melissa, if she's going to come back, right?
Yeah.
Louis' mom is a therapist. Louis' mom is a therapist.
Yeah, Louis. That's the other thing I think too. Teresa, I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, she's not the brightest bulb. And I think because Louis comes from a family of, like, his mom's a therapist, which is a great example of that. When you pair a narcissist with the training of a therapist, that is lethal. So what happens is when he's talking to Teresa, and we see this a little bit on the show when he's trying to explain things to her, he uses big words.
True.
And then she'll be like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. It sounds like a big word. He understands more than I do. I'm going to trust his opinion. That's why we get the scene where when she's talking to Joe, he's like, Louis writing down what Teresa should say. It's like programming. That's what narcs do.
That's what they do.
Program your mind, and they control it by isolating you so that you have no outside influence to keep you on the.
I agree.
Oh my God.
Now, the question was, is he cheating? No, he's not cheating in the moment, but he got what he wanted, which was marriage.
He's playing the long-term strategy. He's looking for the end game here.
And here's the other thing, because I said that with when we did the Kempire reading last year, I had seen a baby. Okay, don't go crazy, everyone. Hold on. I had seen a baby, and I see it again. It could be that he's trying to convince her to adopt or use a surrogate or, whatever it is, because I don't know if Teresa would be able to have a baby right now. But, it just seems to me because he wants to solidify and really solidify this relationship so no one can come between them. I'm just saying, don't be surprised if next season that the storyline is we want a baby, we want a love baby, we want to adopt, or we want to, just saying, don't be surprised.
I wouldn't, but that would be the most ridiculous thing for her to do at this stage of her life. I mean, honestly, why would she do that?
I know. Cam, don't you remember last year when we did that reading and your face, you were like shocked. You were like, what? It was just, but it comes up again. I'm just saying, this is his game. This is his MO. Baby bubble. Yes. Beyond doodle. I love that. Baby bubble. We're baby bubble. Oh my Lord. Chucky baby bubble.
I love Bubble Baby.
I love Bubble Baby. Everyone's like, I love Bubble Baby. No, maybe they can adopt. This is going to be a little bit. Maybe they can adopt Raquel's and Hannibal's baby.
Could you imagine?
Bad joke, but I had to say it. Yeah. So it's not about. No, I don't think it's not about menopause. If she want, it's just you can be. Biologically, you can have babies at 50, but it's not the wisest thing to do. Sometimes depends, right? But I'm just saying that the baby thing is going to come up. It will come up. Now, let's get to the Melissa situation, because I know that a lot of people want to know whether she's going to come back. What is going on there? So what do you think, though? Before I pull the card, what do you think?
I think the best approach at this point would be from the show standpoint. I do understand now that it's on pause. So I think what is going to happen, or what I think should happen, is I think Melissa should absolutely come back. But I think that, Teresa will probably end up going off, maybe doing her own thing, maybe a spinoff, maybe a couple specials. And then maybe Melissa could be the anchor for New Jersey, and then bring in maybe a couple other different girls like Danielle and Rachel, and make that the way forward. Because if they put it on pause, that means that there's a standstill between the two, and that means that they're not going to film with each other at this point. At least Melissa seems like she's done with it.
Well, I'm pulling cards for both of them. While you're talking, I want to ask about both of them, because that's highly probable. Georgio, you're not that off. Okay. So you guys, Melissa knows already that she's not coming back. I just pulled the 9 of Swords. So she knows that she's not coming back for various reasons. Partly because she doesn't want to, partly because Joe doesn't want to. Bravo might say, hey, guys, maybe you guys need a pause. Maybe we just need to switch things around. This is what I'm getting. Her focus is going to be on the kids, but she needs this gig, guys. She needs this gig financially. So they need the money that they get from, being on the show. And regarding, I'll pull some more cards on Melissa, but regarding Tree, I do see an opportunity. A spinoff is not off. And while you were saying that, I was like, that's exactly what Louis wants. Like for them to
Mhm.
have a little remember when Bethany she was on RHONJ and then she met and married Jason
Yes, and
and
then
they
they
had
had like a few seasons of
exactly. This is
yes.
what they want to do. Like, look at us. We're newlyweds. This is our life. We're like jetting off to Cabo, wherever it is, blah, blah,
Mhm.
blah. So I see that happening. And definitely, and here's the fun part, Louis might be a producer. So I feel like he might invest money.
Of course. Well, he would want to be a producer because he would want to control the narrative because they would want to dig into his past with everything that's been out there.
Exactly.
So that would make sense why he would want to be a producer.
Exactly, to have control because but with Louis, everything's about control. So with Melissa now, I mean, you guys, I don't see Melissa coming back for now. I mean, right at this minute talking, this is the energy I'm picking up. Like right now, it's not going to happen from both sides. I don't think Bravo wants them back for now because they want to change. Because if they come back, it's going to be another season of Melissa and Teresa fighting and Joe and do. We're done.
But that's the thing. If they give Teresa the spinoff, then Melissa could stay because then it wouldn't be like dealing with that. The storyline would have to shift to something else.
That's true. So let me ask specifically about Teresa, or maybe she stays on both shows, so she has
Well, I'm saying,
Housewives.
why doesn't she just leave and just get like how Kim Zolciak had Don't Be Tardy? She had it for 8 seasons.
True.
That
Lasted
I mean,
8 seasons.
yeah,
Wow.
8 years it was on.
Wow. I don't think I watched one single episode of Don't Be Tardy.
I thought it was a cute show and they shot it very well. I think the one with Teresa and Louis would definitely be playing off the blended family situation, like a Brady Bunch. I could see
Right.
that
That's
being
exactly
the
what
kind of
yeah.
thematic theme of the show. But yeah.
Yeah. Why do I keep getting that Melissa and Louis have financial difficulties or they're tight?
You mean Teresa and Louis?
What did I say? Did I say yeah,
Melissa and
Teresa and
Louis.
Louis. Sorry, Teresa and Louis.
I wouldn't be surprised by that. I wouldn't be surprised by that because I don't think that he's liquid. I don't think that he's got the money that he says he does, number 1. And number 2, I
Mhm.
think everything is through lines of credit and or it's through Teresa's money because of the fact that obviously now there's probably a blended situation. I'm not sure how it's set up. It's clear that she doesn't have a prenup. So
I know, which is that's so dumb. But here's the thing. Okay, here's another prediction for you guys what's going to happen. So, Teresa, things are going to change. So, so she is coming back. If we see, like, looking at it now, she is coming back, or that's the plan from Bravo's side and Teresa's side. But here's what I'm getting. Something huge could be about Louis is going to come out before filming the next season, before they send out the contracts, which I feel that the contracts is send them out once they've started filming or right before they film, right? I don't know how it works
well,
exactly
I think they usually wait till after the reunions air and then they
for the new season, right?
usually, but I think because it's on pause, it may not happen
Yeah,
immediately.
I
So
was gonna say it's gonna be delayed, but here's the thing: something big is gonna come out about Teresa. Could be about Louis, could be about their finances, shady business, shady dealings here as well. Oh, Teresa. And that's going to change everything, and that's where I feel highly possible she's going to lose some gigs. She might not even come back to Housewives. No, but I do see the spinoff. I do see that. Yes, I do. I mean, the so basically to recap, she's basically intending to come back. Bravo is as well. But when they start filming, whenever that is, just before or in between, so between now and then, something which is going to be like a deep dark secret, something that she doesn't want us to learn, to find out, to know about, is going to come out, and that's when she's going to be like, no, not coming back, because then the women are going to use that, and I don't want to be part of it. So I do, as I'm talking, I do keep getting this feeling that, yeah, they're going to switch things around with New Jersey as well. So there might be some old cast members coming back and then just reshuffling completely the cast.
I can see that. So I think that the Danielle and Rachel were tests for that, honestly, to see if they could do that. If they slowly integrated new people in, that eventually could be the future of the show. But I think they're really going to have to think about how they're going to finagle the way that they do it now, based on what we have going on here.
Would Kim D come back, do you think?
I don't know, because I think, I mean, you never know. If the price is right, I think any of these ladies would come back. You know, they may not say that, but I think behind closed doors, the check was there and had the right zeros on it, they would say yes.
Right. Well, especially when Teresa's not there as well. So that's highly possible.
Someone would love to take that spot and be, you know, everyone's gunning to be the main one.
Yeah.
So if Teresa's not there, then if Melissa's not there, then someone else is going to want that spot, right? So
exactly.
I think it's just going to be a matter of bringing in ladies that cohesively blend in with the older cast until they phase out certain ones, and then eventually it'll be what it is. But I think I don't foresee Teresa and Melissa being able to be on the show together anymore.
No, that's not happening. That's 100% not happening.
I just don't think the audience can even take it.
And the thing is, I'm asking Spirit now, do we see Melissa maybe doing a spin-off show or her own show or doing something? And I'm getting a no for now. I'm getting a no for now.
If you want, I was just talking to a friend of mine who's a producer. The people that get their own show, it's very hard to carry a show by yourself. It doesn't matter how entertaining you are. So the people that get on these big networks thinking that they can carry these big shows, you can't. With Kim Zolciak, she didn't carry it by herself. She had characters. She had the chef. She had the help people as part of the cast. I had confessionals. The daughters. Everyone was like a role. Same with Kardashian. Same with any ensemble cast. You need an ensemble of people. Otherwise, you should just do your own indie project and just not be dependent on it doing well to pay the bills. If you want to just kind of tell that type of story, which is fine. But I don't know. I mean, if Louis and Teresa get a spinoff, then Louis is going to have to be a producer, and so is Teresa.
That's true. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're right.
Go run ragged with those two.
Mother of Cat says Kim D would film for free.
She would to promote her business. Absolutely, I believe that. She's a smart. I mean, she's smart. She likes to.
She's smart and she's good TV. Why not? I mean, you know.
And I love her on David Yontef's podcast.
I love her too. She's so raw. She's so honest. She's such a Jersey girl. You know, she's got it all. I love it. Will Margaret be back? I do feel that she's going to be back for sure. And Jennifer Aiden, Dolores, I feel questionable. Dolores, questionable, question mark. Oh, by the way, I'm getting that Dolores is getting married.
I feel that too. Yeah. Someone posted a video of a ring on her finger from something, and they were trying to see if it was like an engagement ring or not.
Laura Lee. Remind me who Laura Lee is. Sarah, Gabby wants to know. Laura Lee's going to be on it?
Oh, no, I doubt it.
Where? On New Jersey?
I think that's Margaret's friend, no? Is it Laura
Oh,
Lee?
you're right. That's Margaret's friend.
I
Yeah,
don't think
no,
so.
I
I
don't feel
honestly,
it.
and I
No.
understand after watching her on David Yontef's podcast, she doesn't really pop. Her personality doesn't pop enough
Yeah, true.
because they had said that she'd auditioned 3 times to be on Jersey. So
No, but why bring like, you know what? Enough with these like alliances and stuff like that. Like, if you're gonna bring new people in, don't bring someone's best friend, someone's
I
sister, because
know
we see how that ends up.
it doesn't
You
end
know?
well because someone gets jealous, someone gets too invested in the show, and then they start really taking it offline.
What do you think about Paulie?
I
Dolores Paulie.
I don't think anything. I've never had any weird vibe from him, from what
Neither
I've
do
seen.
I. I think
From what
people
I've
don't get him
seen.
because he's Irish. They don't get him because he's Irish. So Irish have a different mentality. It's a different culture. They do things differently, and maybe that's why people are a bit on the fence with him. But Dolores is smart, you guys, and she's very intuitive too.
Yeah.
So I trust Dolores as well. But then again, but David, her ex, I mean, he was a good guy. He was a genuinely good guy. He got along with her kids, with her ex.
He just
Okay,
wasn't
he
really
wasn't.
that good to her, though.
No, okay, but he wasn't a narc. He wasn't taking
No.
advantage of her. He was a good guy. It was just that there was no chemistry there. They were just trying to make it work,
It
and
seems
it
like
didn't.
Paulie is a good blend of modern guy in touch with his emotions and old school in terms of he wants to be the man in the house. And I think Dolores is at a place in her life where she's willing to do that. And it's great because he's got his crap together and she doesn't really have to do anything. She doesn't have to think too much about how it works. He makes it easy for her. And that's been displayed on the show very well. And you know what? I don't know him, obviously, but on the show, he comes off like he's very sincere and direct and very in
Yeah,
tune with who he is as a human being. He's very comfortable in his skin, I have to say.
I
So,
agree. I don't get bad vibes from him. I just don't. I
yeah, I
I
don't
I
either.
think I think she looks happy. She got the
Totally.
type of man that she wants. And that's great because she hasn't had the best of luck with men either, with Frankie and David and all the other ones. So good for her. And if they get married, and I do see them getting married, I'm happy for her. I really genuinely am because she deserves. She's a solid person. She's a solid friend. I like Dolores.
Well,
Some
she's
people
a
find her
strong,
boring. I
resilient.
like her.
You can tell she's a strong, resilient woman just from the things
Yes.
that we know about her, going through her first marriage and having to power through things and things you hear offline about her.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
for her, she's in a happy space. She's looks greater than ever. She's definitely seems like she's genuinely happy. So it doesn't seem like there's anything weird going on.
No, not at all. I'm actually happy for them. I think that's great. Now, I don't know. Will Frank ever find love again?
He's with Brittany, isn't he?
He is, isn't he? Yeah, he is.
They're
And
still together.
they're still together and everything. Yeah, I don't know. Well, no, I don't think Frank is the type that is not monogamous, but he's not. I don't think I don't know what sign he is, but I just think he just commitment is an issue for him.
Yeah.
You know, I think yeah, he likes to have companionship. I feel this is what he misses, which he used to get from Dolores because he got everything that was missing in his life from Dolores. So, this going home and feeling like he's at home and feeling comfortable and having his kids and his ex-wife there and all that. But I just don't think he's someone who can really commit to a relationship. Just saying. So, well, the new Melissa wants to know if the two newbies will be back. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know about Rachel.
I don't know about Rachel, but Danielle for sure will be coming back because
I
they're
think,
gonna
and I love
want
her.
that. I think she did an excellent job. She
Agree.
definitely got the assignment, and everyone who's saying like, "Oh, she just wants to be on a TV show," they all do. That's why they're on a TV show. So, but what I will say is that she was handed a nugget with that information because she was able to seal her moment in the finale. She went up against Margaret and got in her face and really delivered. And a lot of people said she went over the top. But yeah, some moments were a little over the top. But for the most part, I felt like she was handed a nugget and she did a really good job of executing.
Frank is a Gemini, which explains why he hates commitment. That's Frank. Yeah. So there you go, another Gemini.
Indecisive in their feelings. I think they're not really sure if they feel what they're feeling.
Yeah, and if they feel like boxed in, they react to it. They just want freedom, and then they will just do stuff.
Well, they're an air sign, so they definitely don't like to be restricted.
Absolutely not. Neither Aquarians, but Aquarians, we can sort of box ourselves in for the sake of love.
On our own terms, we like to be in a box, but it has to be with someone that's mysterious and challenging enough that keeps us interested to look outside of our own box.
I agree. And someone who we feel is stronger than us.
So if you're an Aquarius and you want that, date a Leo.
Oh, Georgio, you just had it to throw that in there.
It was just there. I just figured. But no, I mean, honestly, I think, with Frank, he'll be with Brittany probably for a long time, but it'll be more like a partnership. I don't really see him marrying her.
Yeah. No, I don't either. Will they bring Danielle's brother? No.
No, I don't think he wants anything to do with the show.
No, and I don't think she wants to. Yeah, I agree with Margaret and everyone else that there is something there that she's not sharing. But hey, it is her family. It is her brother. Maybe there's something there that the family does not want to share, and we have to respect that. Not everything has to be out on the TV. On the TV, I sounded like an old person. Thank you for the super chat, little.
I know the answer to this question.
Why do you think Dolores is so mad during the after show episodes? It seems she can't stand Teresa talking. That's a good question. Go on.
No, I know the answer. It's not that. It's not. I know it looks like that, and I for a couple of them was like, "Damn, she looks pissed off at like she does not like what's coming out of Teresa's mouth." But she was. I forget where she was. They asked her about that. They asked specifically, why do you look pissed off in those things? And
what did she say?
She was wearing pants that were too tight and she was like, I think she was like bloated or like hot as well. So she said she was like sweating and she was just miserable. And so she just was like sitting there, like trying to get through it. So that was the best that she could do. So that's why she looked like that. So I'm sure the editors had fun playing with that, though.
That makes sense. Can you imagine being Kim Kardashian in that Balenciaga like PVC thing?
Oh my God, I don't know how they wear that stuff. It's just
how do they go to the toilet?
It would just be too much.
I don't think they drank for like a week. Like I'm sure she didn't drink any liquids for a week, so she wouldn't have to go to the toilet.
Like ice chips.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people used to do that back in the day in the early 2000s.
That's true. Oh my God. Now there's Ozempic, Mounjaro, all that stuff. What was it? Did I miss anything? Okay, you guys, I don't know if I missed anything, but if you don't have any other questions, and before we go, a reminder to like this video, you guys, and if you're new here, hello and welcome, and please subscribe to this channel, and please go over to Georgio's channel. Everything is down below. You can see it here on your screen and down in the description box, and follow Georgio too. You won't regret it because I love him. He's just like, your podcast, you know what I love? I love that your podcast is very professional. You're on it. You're very very, very podcastery or newcastery. And then you've got your TikToks, which are a bundle of fun. And then you've got your YouTube, of course, which are informative, etc. But I just love that it's like different vibe on different platforms. So you have to follow him everywhere. Just saying.
And guys, be on the lookout because I'm also going to be venturing into the new app Lemonade. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but it's a blend of it's a different way to create your content. It's a blend of TikTok and Instagram and Pinterest because of the way you can lay out your content. And it's a sister app to TikTok. So I'm very excited. I'm still getting to know the app, the ins and outs, how to best use it. But if you are not familiar, check it out. If you're not a creator, there's great information on there as well.
Oh, Light Mission has heard of it. Lemonade. Okay, perfect. That's good. Well, follow him on Insta, and he will let you know as soon as everything is up and running in this new Lemonade.
Yes.
Yeah. Look, everyone's living for you on TikTok.
I know. I love you guys so much on TikTok. I spend a lot of my time on TikTok, obviously. So, but there's so much coming, you guys. There's a lot of changes on my side. So there's going to be so much more. I promise. Just hang on a little bit longer.
A little bit longer. By the way, the chat's like not buying it that Dolores looked so pissed off and uncomfortable because of her trousers. They think that there's something else.
There could very well be, and that was the best way she could get away with that.
That's true.
You never know. She is very old school. She's not going to say everything.
No, she isn't. Is she a Taurus too? Or is she a Capricorn?
I think she is a Taurus. I feel like she's a Taurus. She has Taurus energy for sure.
For sure. Like she has earth energy. So with earth energy, you know that she
could be a Cancer, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like earth energy, but yeah. Isa, yes, we will be doing. I had to cancel my Cafe Astrology episode 2 on the planets, learning about the planets. So what I do is I have a segment on my channel where I want to teach you the basics of astrology. So you'll be able to read your own natal chart and understand what planets mean, what the houses mean, what the combination is, the aspects, everything. So astrology is a little bit more easy for you guys to understand because we do talk a lot about astrology here. So I'll be doing that next week because on the day of that live, I had the worst migraine, you guys. I was nearly hospitalized. It was that bad. I couldn't even get online to just tell everyone I'm canceling because I couldn't. I was in a dark room suffering. So yeah, you know what migraines are like. So yeah, so I'll be doing that and we will talk about the collective and important information. Also, reminder, if you do have a business, a small business, anything that you guys want us to give a shout out here on Sunday's show, please send me an email. Everything is down below. And of course, we will do that because this community is all about supporting each other. And that's exactly what we want to do. So, pay it forward, you guys. If you have a channel, a podcast, or, any kind of like on any platform, do that to others as well. This is a great way and it brings a collective together, let's raise that collective energy by helping each other and building a beautiful, large community for each other. So yeah, I think, Libra, who's Libra? No way Dolores is a Libra. No way.
Wow. Wait, what if she is though?
Oh no, wait. Gloria says September 20. Oh, she's a Libra?
Wow.
Shock.
Wow, that's interesting. Would never have pegged her for that at first.
But
now I'm like, I can see it here. Well,
but she doesn't give off Libra energy,
I wonder what her moon sign is. I guess that would be a telling.
That the rising of the moon is the most important thing, which is something that we talk on Cafe Astrology as well, that the sun is not as important. Yeah, we do generalize. It is a way of sort of like, boxing people in categories and according to traits and stuff with the sun sign, but that's not what you should be looking at. It should be the moon sign, especially if you are into someone or in your relationship and you want to see how compatible you are. You look at the Venus, you look at the Mars, and you look at the moon. But we'll talk about this, or I've talked about this, so you can go over and check my previous videos. And then next week we will do this live, so you can ask me anything around astrology. Thank you all for joining us, Georgio. I love you so much. I love
you.
Sundays, it's like sometimes Sundays is hard because it's that, it's that last day of the weekend and we've all been out and about, probably out on Saturday night, tired, but I don't know. This show gives me life. You guys, I adore you. All of you watching this, I adore you, Georgio. Thank you all for being here and for
Thank
supporting
you.
us.
Thank you to everyone.
And we, we will see you all next week. Till
See you
then,
guys next week.
bye.
Bye.